morning, everybody. Thank you so much for being here for our signature sales meeting. It's almost standing room only. That's pretty cool. We're gonna have people standing on the tables pretty soon. I got the air turned down so low. I gotta buy Janet a jacket when we get done. So we've got some CE classes I want to make sure that you know about. We have some new classes in the month of February. The first being on Wednesday, the 2nd. We have How to Lose Your License and the Process Involved. Definitely want to be there at that class to find out all about it. That's 3 hours of law, of course. You're not the guest speaker. On the 9th, we have a class on risk reduction for the real estate licensee, and that actually qualifies for the newly formed risk management credits. And then, of course, on the 23rd, we have the listing agreement top to bottom. All of those classes are from 10 to 1. Please make sure that you get signed up, and you can sign up at signatureschoolnv.com. Go ahead, Janet.
Okay, so also on this Thursday, I have a 1 hour 1031 exchange class. But then on February 22nd, I also have a 1 hour CE class called Solar Panels, Not a Sunny Day for Agents.
I want to sit in a room and just create CE class names. I'll tell you what. Okay, so the reason you guys are all here is Beta is going to put on a great sales meeting for us. But before that, I have some big announcements for Signature Real Estate Group. And here we go. I'm going to start off. So who here has been to our new Sun City office since we opened it? Okay, not very many. So we have a brand new Sun City location. It's very close to the old ones right across the way. It's a fabulous office that's fully rented, and they have a large workroom with 3 workstations. So if you're meeting a client in Summerlin or Desert Shores or Sun City, or you just want a place to go and hang out, check out that office. It's at 9310 Sun City Boulevard, and you can't miss it. It's right behind the Chase Bank. Right across from the old Signature office is the new Signature office. Right next to your mama's house. That was the joke from last week. It's actually a great restaurant in Sun City if you get hungry after 4. Also, if you're going to show up on the weekends to that office, you must get a key. So if you're going to use it on a regular basis, please go see Bobby and sign out a key so that you can get in during the off hours. Of course, just a reminder, we're doing the build out here at the Spanish Ridge office. It'll be done in 2 weeks. I'm still sticking with that answer. Of course, the permitting with the county and the city have been just terrific. Yes, it's a very open field. Hey, one of the cool things that we're going to do though is we're going to put up padding around the top of this roof so you can't escape. We have the northwest location that is being TI'd right now, and so that's at Montecito Plaza. We're expecting a end of May launch, not 2 weeks. That office will have 26 private offices, so if you live in the Northwest, we're going to start pre-selling or pre-renting, just like a high-rise, those office locations if you have an interest, and we will have about 10 workstations out in that office with about 3 conference rooms. So it's a beautiful office. I know because I helped design it with Brandon. Last but not least, probably the most important announcement I'm going to make today, I'm pleased to announce that we have a brand new downtown location. And I'm also excited to announce that Mr. Keith Lyman and his group have merged into Signature Real Estate. If you guys don't know Keith Lyman, you're in the wrong business. Keith Lyman has been a realtor champion for a better part of 20 years. Keith is a previous lobbyist in the state of Nevada. And if you got a paycheck in any time during the pandemic, it was because of a lot of the hard work that Keith put in motion with our Realtor Champion program and all of the work he's done as a past local president and a past state president. So I'm actually going to welcome Keith up here to say a few words to the group. Give him a round of applause.
That answer before I get up. So they didn't tell me that. Well, thank you. Thank you for allowing me to share a couple of minutes with you guys. It's been nice being introduced to Blanchard, Carpenter, and Bishop, and what other past president do we have in here? Patty, Miss Kelly, the main one, Miss Kelly. A couple things. Downtown office, 610 South 10th Street. We do have some private offices down there. 70s vibe, 70s Vegas vibe. There's no disguising it, so we're going to go with it. We're going to have a grand opening there of some sort. I'm not used to talking in public, so I apologize for that. These are the jokes, people. And so just wanted to welcome you guys. And Mr. Hunter. I didn't see Jesus walk in. How you doing, buddy? I've known Keith for like, what, 30 years, so we can say that to each other. So, downtown office, we want to talk, we're going to release Boom Producer, Journey.com. If you go on Facebook, some of you guys, a lot of you guys, in fact, some of you have already been a part of our Boom Producer coaching program, but hashtag Boom Producer Journey on Facebook. Join our group. We get into the why. The why is your why. We don't inspire people. We give you the what you need to do. If you have a listing appointment, if you have a buyer presentation, you know what to do. But most agents don't know what to do when they don't have that. So we give you the what. And then motivate, we don't motivate. We show you how to do it, any market, any personality. We give you those kinds of traits. Boom Producer Journey, there you go. That's the one. You found it, the front row. It's always the front row. They find stuff. So the back row, they can tell you later how to get there. And then finally, I just want to, again, thank you all for welcoming me. It's been something that's been in the works for a while. It's always started at a bar at some NAR event that we've had. Chris and I and Brandon have been talking about this for a while. A lot of it got out. Of course, we didn't tell Blanchard until 2 weeks ago, and then we threw him in the ocean, so that helped a lot by keeping it under wraps. But just wanted to make sure that everybody understood why I'm here. I was a principal at another brokerage. It has nothing to do with any of that. Doesn't have anything to do with the people. Doesn't have anything to do with the brokerage. Doesn't have anything to do with that. I see a lot of disruption in this industry. Chris and I, and Brandon, and Tom, and Patty, we've all been in this industry for a long time, and we've all been fortunate enough to see people across the country talking about it. I see more disruption, major, massive disruption in this industry in the next few months than there ever has been, with lawsuits and everything else. I had a disagreement on solutions to where we were headed. And in talking with Chris and Brandon, I knew that this is the room full of agents that I wanted to be with when we face that disruption. This is the company I wanted to be with when we disrupt the industry that we're going to disrupt. That's why I'm here. Nothing else matters. That's why I'm here. I'm here because I wanted to be a part of the Signature Life and Signature Group, and I'm very honored and very pleased to be here with you guys. So thank you again for the welcome. Thanks for giving me a few minutes. Awesome.
I almost cried twice. That was great, Keith.
I am no longer the HR lady.
Yeah, it is. If you know of a past president that isn't here, let them know that everybody's doing it.
I got one.
So a couple of other things, just real quick as an announcement. This is the very last day to pay your LVR dues without being terminated. And so please pay those. They're important, and you want to make sure you get that done, because what happens is they send us a letter, and if we don't move those agents' licenses out, they shut down the entire brokerage. So don't be that person. I paid the other day, so I wasn't. With that, I'm pleased to welcome up Beta. Beta, I don't know who's going to run the monitor, so if you make a comment online, we'll get to you after the meeting. But come on up, Beta. And also, I was going to get to that. And also, Shelley and V come up as well, because they're going to support Beta in his endeavor. And while they're doing that, let's welcome up Myra from Prosperity for our mortgage moment. It is warm.
Only one who
He was talking about it. I did forget.
I was going to celebrate. Hi, everyone. Just wanted to share some cool information that we have for starting in February. Our borrowers can now e-sign their final loan documents through an online notary. So this is for any application starting February 1st and beyond. So nothing that is closing on February 1st can be signed yet. So it's So new applications. So this is good. For example, borrower forgot they're married. Their spouse is in. Their spouse is in like another country, so now they have the ability to actually, mobile sign. Another time, buyers take the day off of work all the time. So now it'll kind of give them a better window to e-sign all the documents. Some
borrowers go on vacation out of the country.
Yeah,
middle of
vacation.
transactions.
So it'll solve, so much of the signing thing, and it's only $100. Right now, mobile notary is like $150, $200, depending on the title company. So this for online, is only gonna be $100, so it's not a big charge or anything like that. And if you guys have any questions, just let us know.
Very cool. Honestly, I was right now. So I asked Beta 3 weeks ago that I said, we need to have a great sales meeting because it's January, and my first 3 didn't get attended like this. And so, yeah, I know. And so Beta stepped up to the plate and said, I'd like to talk about video. And I said, okay, well, you got to have some good examples. And he says, yeah, I know what to do. And so he brought a panel that would make the whole thing worth it, I tell you what. Didn't invite me though. I'm going to turn it over to Beta in just a second, but just want to remind everyone at home that Brandon's actually manning the computer. So if you do have a comment, the owner works any job in the office. That's what they always say. So Brandon can help out with that. So Beta, start us off. Tell us what the whole day is about.
So we're going to talk about everything video as far as what packages that can help your business out, as far as market updates, educational videos, property videos, even podcasts personally branded to you. I'm just going to show you little outtakes.
Wait, you can't do that yet.
All right.
We don't really know that everyone knows a lot about you. So tell us, Beta. Tell us.
Who are you, Beta?
Tell us how you came here to Las Vegas, where you're from, and how you came to Signature Real Estate Group.
So I'm originally from San Diego, went to school in Utah there, worked out of the St. George office, worked over there for a little bit interning over there, and then decided to move down here and see an opportunity and start creating video. I first started filming on my iPhone, started playing around with these cool toys back there, and started to see some potential with it, and then see how it could help you guys in your business.
Very cool. Where did you go to college at, you said?
Dixie State?
Wait, Tyson, where did you go to college at? Wow, you know Tyson at college?
A little bit.
A little bit. Okay, cool. Very cool. And so, Beta, how long have you been here at Signature?
A little over 2 years, 2.5 years.
Very cool. Very cool. Okay, take it away. Show us the video.
All right.
There'll be more questions like that as we go.
All right, I'm out of here.
Sorry you lost me. I could have done that.
Hey everyone, thank you so much for tuning in. Today's video is going to be on one of my most favorite gifts that I received this year, and it is this cool toy called Coolify. It's produced by Taurus Life, which I guess also makes screen protectors for phones. But I was fortunately blessed with this gift because on one of my podcasts, Real Estate Exposed, I actually had like a heat stroke sitting there. And so my co-host, Juan Nabala, provided me with this amazing gift. And I have actually used it not just on my podcast, but just in general. And I actually saw people at the gym using this. So for those of you who are also struggling with premenopause, when you teach your academy, I had no idea it had so many affirmations, but you put that stuff out there and legitimately you get what you put out there. I mean, and the house is like one of the things for me, I'm like, holy crap, like you really do put that stuff out there, and even if it means you work escrow for other people, not that you do it personally, but it falls apart and you got that home because of that, which I think is cool.
Well, I look at everything as, I don't want to sound like egotistical or whatever, but I've always looked at everything in my life.
Hi, I'm Signature Real Estate, and we are going to talk today about the market update, what's hot in real estate in Las Vegas, and this is my friend Shelly Panzarella, and we're going to chat real estate. You're everywhere. The market update. All right, well, have the numbers with me.
And if you remember this time last year, a year ago, we kind of like stopped all sales.
Just imagine being put with those electrical lines running through your property.
Oh,
Never had larger tomatoes.
Maybe you gotta quit touching stuff.
no. I don't know what's going on.
Every year, millions of homeowners pay property
Next
tax.
dress.
Rather than just paying your taxes, it's different. It is a different dress that was not black at the bottom. Office in your community. This way, you can make sure you are not being overcharged. Hi all, I'm Bhavna Bala, team leader of the Bala Group and corporate broker at Signature Real Estate Group. Property taxes are a major source of income for local and state government and are used to fund services, education, transportation, emergency, parks, recreation, and libraries. To arrive at the assessed value, an assessor first estimates the market value of your property by using one or a combination of three methods: performing a sales evaluation, the cost method, or the income method.
Great videos.
Very nice. Nobody move.
Taxable value can include value excluded from partial abatement. You must do this by January 15th, or the first business day following January 15th, if it falls on a weekend or a legal holiday. The appropriate way to appeal is to submit written appeal to the assessor after receiving the July tax bill and prior to the June 30th of the fiscal year that the taxes are being paid. Want to know if you're overpaying or if your taxable value is higher than it should be? DM me today for a free home evaluation. And as always, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and push the notification button to stay up to date on all things real estate.
Those videos look pretty good, but these
Selling.
are what they look like behind the scenes.
The inspection portion of the home buying journey can be Hi all, I'm Bhavna Bala, team leader of the Bala Group and one of the corporate brokers at Signature Real Estate Group.
Home at 330,000.
Dollars. Dollars was the word you were looking
You
for.
have to be prepared for your rent to actually increase. Well, of course, that's what.
They all look perfect, but this one.
Oh, boy. Oh, listen, I am shiny, happy.
purchase contract, maybe? Oh, what the fuck? As a loan officer,
They all use a teleprompter, it's not as easy as it looks.
I don't make mistakes like that.
So Beta, just so they understand all of this. Can I get that? I mean,
Yeah.
You want the bloopers?
yeah, that was pretty good. So Beta, tell them a little bit about what all of that was for, because there was a lot of different videos in there. So kind of highlight what videos we saw the first one.
So there were some property videos, of course, there. So any clips that you guys have of the property, any videos, you guys can send them over to me. Put your logo, any info about the property, how many bedrooms, what the size is. I could personally brand it to you guys. And then there were educational videos like Bonnet and Shelly share. It could be on any new loan programs, bring a lender on like Shelly is with other agents. And then talk about any new programs coming out, educate your clients. You guys can automate those and send those out to your clients. Post them onto your YouTube page. And then we have podcasts available. Shelly has started one up that she does weekly. Brandon was her first guest, as you saw there. And then there's a market update video that you get every month as well, so you can plug in the numbers every month with that. And then that will be included in every package that you get, even from our base package. You get four educational videos, market update, and then as packages increase, you can get 5 property videos plus podcasts.
So Shelly and Dee, first off, thank you so much for doing this, because it's not easy to put yourself on blast, and you guys do it every single week, so we really appreciate that. Shelly, we'll start with you. Tell us a little bit about why you put video into your business.
So the number one reason is I saw another loan officer doing it, and his growth exponentially grew. It actually started though right before COVID, right, in trying to figure out what we were going to do to reach our clients. And that was where Brandon's like, oh, we can put all this stuff together, we can do these e-cam things and just get on video. And the mortgage moment kind of evolved out of that. And so from that, it was a habit of just creating these Monday mortgage moments. And then I saw this loan officer actually start doing things, and he talked about how his business exponentially grew, and not because he was selling programs really, but he was visible to social media, which is where all of these videos go, right? Whether it's this that you're taking today, or it's on your phone, or whatever the case may be.
Same question to you.
So everything is going video now, right? People don't want to, they don't want to read anymore. They want to hear you, they want to see you, they want to know your personality. And a lot of the videos that I've done have been, like for instance, the seller's real property disclosure form, right, is one of the videos that I put together. And it's how to explain to my client how to fill this out. And then another one to explain to my client on what you're looking for when you've got this video, or when you've got the SRPD. And so what I've done is I've incorporated these in every single email that I send out to my clients, right? So here's what you're looking for in an inspection report. Here's the things that you want to do once you've got the inspection report. You want to send me this. That's video. They want to see me. They want to have a conversation with me. I'm not always available, right? And so I want to make sure that they know what to do, even though I might not be front and center for them. So that was one of the key reasons. The other was to really teach people about our marketplace and what's happening. When I got my HUD account, the REO account, one of the big things that they said to me was, we really need someone who knows what's happening in Las Vegas, right? We want people who are visible, that understand the marketplace and can explain it to us. What better way to tell them than on video if I'm not in front of them at conferences anymore? I'm not at conventions, I'm not, right? So this is a way for me to connect with people in other marketplaces and tell them, I know what I'm talking about here.
So one of the things you said that I really liked was you created an archive of videos, right?
Correct.
Because your clients have questions
Yeah.
at 1 o'clock in the morning when they're surfing on the web.
Yep.
How do you use those video archives? How do you get them out to your group, your clients? How does that work for you?
So I actually went and got, I went to GoDaddy and I created a URL. It's realtorvandana.tv. And so all those that gets forwarded to my YouTube channel. And then in there, in the YouTube channel, I actually had Beta help me create sort of similar to what we have for Signature Real Estate Group, where you have topics, right? Different sections. Buyer information, seller information, properties, broker insights, things like that. So there's different sections within there. And if I have a client that's looking for something specific, they just go on, they find it. And I think I talked about this in another meeting. When I have a client that goes into contract, for instance, a buyer that goes into contract, Todd had sent us an email. I had to look at you for a second to get your name. I'm sorry. Todd had sent us an email that he sends out to his clients that says, all right, you're in contract, congratulations. Here's the things that you are going to be looking for. Well, guess what? That email has hyperlinks in there to all of my videos that talk about these items. So if they ever need to reference back to it, they can reference back to them and just click on that initial, congratulations, this is your journey to homeownership.
Shelley, same question to you. How do you institute it into your business? How do you push it out to the public?
So right now, same thing. So we have the process flow, different time sets as far as the approvals, the closings. It's all integrated through. Originally, it was BombBomb. You do short clips, and then you can push them out at different stages of our transaction. Then the other part is like the market updates that I'll do. So that goes directly into my database, so that I'm touching them in some way every month. And that's past clients, pre-quals, realtors. Pretty much anybody, but I use that specifically so that I stay top of mind for them. And it's usually, market relevant.
Fantastic. Beta, in those videos, what is it that it's automated? Because that was the biggest thing you mentioned. You have some automated videos that just are performed or produced that you put out. What are examples of those?
Right, so we have some of the market update videos, so there's individual videos there. So you can plug any numbers or plug the monthly numbers in. If you're shy on camera, the monthly numbers are going to be the same for everybody. It's just a voiceover review that you guys can push out to your database every month just to touch base with them. And that's an individual item that you guys can sign up for every month. And then, like Bonnie has said, just walking through the home buying process with all your clients, what this step looks like, what you need to do next, who you need to talk to, and then just automatically send that, because you will get 4 educational videos every month. So it's really one a week that you could send it out, or knock out the whole home buying process in one shoot.
So what Beta's referring to is he has an actual program, and there's multiple programs in that you can select for your own personal business based on your marketing budget or what you want to use. I want to go to the outtakes videos because that was pretty cool, and I know I've had a few of my own. Shelley, for you, were you just natural on video? Did it take you some time? I mean, I know you were pretty polished in your outtakes, so not so much for you, but tell us a little bit about your journey there.
That's my flavor. So I think no, I have never, I'm still not great on camera.
Yeah, I'll have to walk out the room for like an hour. So
yes.
Take your time,
I'm usually like, Beta, go get lunch. I'm going to be here for a minute. One thing that I will say that I figured out, because these two did not clue me in on this, so I would advise that you use a teleprompter if it's your first time. Yeah. Because otherwise, you'll be like me, the babbling idiot, like, wait, what was I going to say? Oh, no. Or I talk too fast, which I have a tendency to do, and I'm way ahead of my stuff. But I've grown, I definitely have grown, because I think I would probably melt down the first time. I'd be like, it would take an hour to get through one mortgage moment, which is less than 60 seconds. Now I can probably roll through 5 or 6 in 45 minutes. Yeah, the joke in his office is 20 take Shelley, and now I'm down to a 2 take Shelley, so yeah.
So if you guys have any scripts that you guys have planned out, you guys can send them to me. We can brainstorm, tweak it up a little bit, and then I can throw it on the teleprompter for you guys, and I'll go right through, so it's not as rough as some of these ladies right here.
Can I just add to that? So content is the biggest piece, right? Because when I think about it, I freak out about what I'm going to talk about, right? And so there are a lot of different places that you can get content. How many of you guys subscribe to, I know I've pushed out list reports, and you guys get the shareables. Well, maybe you don't share it. Actually, inside of the shareables, there's great content in there. Maybe you can utilize that. You get your market updates from the MLS. Maybe you use the stats that are in there, those reports that are in there. Keeping current matters, all the infographics that are in there, use that. There's also a great resource called google.com. You have a topic.
Spelling it out too.
I know. That's a great place if you have just a specific topic that you want to talk about. Just pull it up, and a ton of research comes out that you can pick. There's also Answer the Public. right? Put in real estate Las Vegas, it puts this big pinwheel of different articles that you can pull out so that you can have topic. Really, there's no shortage of places for you to get content. It's for you to go find the content.
Before you get that to her though, I want to highlight something you said. You said that you got way better at it, from the practice and the activity of it. As you got better at it, did your business get better with it?
So how long has it been? About 6 months I've been doing. So Mortgage Moment's always been the thing, but I committed to this program as well, which I will also throw this out there, dirt cheap. So I spent, sorry Beta, I told you
Prices are going up next week.
I still think it's still cheap. I spent $1,500 for my team for 4 hours straight for all of us to go. That was expensive, I thought, and I didn't get the quality of cuts and edits and video production that I get from Beta. Not just because he's got all this great equipment and everything like that, but he also helps in kind of guiding you through how to get through your message and such. This guy was just like, you got 4 hours with me, what do you want? You know, and we show up and stuff, but that was expensive. So, sorry, your question was?
As you got better at doing it, did your business get better?
Yes, sorry, okay. So I would say that in December, I actually got my first lead from social media. And I know it's like silly because I feel like I've been on social media a lot. But when I asked them where it came from, they said it specifically came from YouTube. So for me, yeah, now that I'm getting these random calls, that's like, where'd you get how do you know about this program? Like, oh, I saw you on YouTube. I'm like, which one? And so they'll go in, dive into whatever that may be. And so I would say this, if you're interested in doing it, just start. You'll always start imperfect. I'm still imperfect today, right? But I feel like I'm a little bit better. Do you take Shelley?
So the same thing is with me. I've had clients, funny story is 3 months ago I got a call from a friend of mine. She was like, do you sell real estate or do you just manage agents? And I'm like, are you freaking kidding me right now? What? And so I started doing more content that dealt with market updates and properties and whatnot, just so I could control that narrative. And I'm working with a client now that's been watching my videos. I've, talked to other clients that have watched my videos who I've been friends with forever, but now they trust me, right? My parents' friends, so when I'm with my parents' friends, like they always thought of me as the little girl, right? I'm not a little girl anymore, but they still think of me as their niece. And when I started doing these videos, I've gotten more calls from them than ever before. And it's about, I put out commercial properties, residential properties, property management information. And so I've been getting a lot of calls from my uncles and aunts who are like, hey, so you do real estate out there. Tell me a little bit about, I'm looking for a $4 million medical building. I'm like, I gotcha, right? Things like that. So it's helped.
So Beta, with what was just said, with the progression of how to get in there, what tips and tricks do you have for those that are going to do it? How should they be prepared for it? I mean, what should I be ready for if I'm going to sign up for the program?
I mean, the worst video that you put out there is the one that you don't. I mean, you always...
Producer right there.
You just start. I mean, we can always collaborate, brainstorm beforehand through the app, and then talk about which topics that you guys feel comfortable about talking about. Any frequently asked questions you get from clients. And always informing your clients. It's always about the message. I mean, Vanna's only one that really cares what she looks like on camera, but no, it's just really focusing on the message and focusing on the audience and your clients, who's going to see it. Like if you're going to send a video out specifically through your email, through your database, like Vanna tweaks the script out so it's going to fit into your email or fit into the email that she's going to send out, and then just really talk about the message that's behind it, and just. If you know your stuff, you know your stuff. It's gonna come out way smoother. You guys are pros about it. You guys know your stuff. It's just really pushing it out there.
So the only thing I'm gonna add to that, like for instance with the seller drill property disclosure form, so the way that I created the script for that is I actually presented the seller drill property disclosure form and recorded myself. And then I had someone type it out. And that was the script. And I tweaked it so that I could send it to Beta and it sounded better. But for the most part, that's where you get your content. You're already doing this. right? You're doing this with your clients day in and day out. Every day somebody calls you and says, what's going on with the market? How do you respond? Record yourself as you respond to it, and then just put that out as content. You go to property inspections all the time. You get inspection reports and you call your clients and you say, this is what you're going to do. That record yourself and write it out. Like, that's exactly how you do this. It's not that hard.
So let's talk about consistency. And so one of the things I've noticed, and the reason why you guys are here, is that you're the most consistent in doing this on a regular basis. And there's other examples like Ellie, you do your podcast that's out every single week, and I tune into many of those. And Brandon, I know that you guys have one as well, so talk about that. And Tom's got a nugget.
No more nugget talk.
And the people are stealing the nuggets though.
So you have
25 nuggets in 25 minutes from WCR.
through the packages, you get to do 4 videos a month. And what I do is I script out all of them. Like, I'll sit at home because, you know, still single, on a Friday or a Saturday night.
Maybe you should do
And
it.
so I care about what I look like all the time. So there's like Friday or Saturday nights, I'll usually send Beta a message through the app, and I'm like, don't respond, this is just cut. Huh?
About the script, yeah.
Yeah, and I'll send him a script, and I'm like, all right, I just came up with this, right? And I'll type it out and I'll send it to him so he's got it. And then we'll just sit down and record either all 4 of them, or I'll be like, I don't like my hair today, we'll do 1 today. Or you know, the other day I think we recorded 9, I changed 5 times, tried to confirm that the camera was off while I did it. You never know. There was a different outfit for that. Yeah. Exactly. It's probably because I don't leave the camera on when I change next time.
So Shelly, same to you. Talk about the consistency and how you manage that, because it's not easy to record a video every single week. How do you do that?
So I think that's one of the great benefits of the program, is that he helps you to stay consistent because you book a time with him, right? And so just like your meetings, if you're going to go to a listing appointment, if you're going to prospect, if you're meeting a buyer for a buyer consult, this is a meeting as well. And you honor that time with him. So the setup aspect of it is great, because all of us are going to be different in what our needs are going to be and how we want to create our videos and what you want that content to look like. Then when you dive into those weekly sessions, it's actually a time for you to have that one-on-one opportunity, and that's how I treat it. He's my client, even though I'm his client technically, and this is a meeting that he and I have put together. Some days are a little bit more rocky because I'll come in just like some clients are like, I didn't bring any of my documents, but I'm here, can you help me? And then there's some days I'm like, dude, I sent them in a week before, I'm ready to go, let's go. So, but I would say the consistency aspect of it for me personally has helped me manage my time, but it's also helped me to put more things out there. And some of them are great, and some of them are not so great, which I'm okay with.
So, let me borrow this. You can't hear me in the back on the thing. Can you hear me now? I want to pause here for a second because we've downloaded a lot of info, and I want to pause for some questions. And so based on what we just talked about, based on the videos that you saw on the screen, not based on the outtakes, but what questions you or those at home have that we can answer right now on this topic? $1 for the first question, not to the... Go ahead.
I'll only take $100. So where do you shoot? Well, like if we book an appointment with you, I work in Green Valley, do you roll out to Green Valley a couple times a month?
So we'll shoot at all 3 of the offices, all 4 of the offices, depending on what type of video you're going to be talking about, choosing the scenery and whichever office you really
Yeah, we'll want to shoot in my office.
Yeah, shoot in your office. Yeah, we have a pretty nice
Have you seen my office?
It's all right.
No, nobody else can use
His
my
office is for lease to shoot in. Great question. So that is pretty important because I've had a lot of people freak out about backgrounds behind them, right? And so we have so many locational opportunities that being out at the Green Valley office in their entryway is beautiful. Being in Todd's office is beautiful. But I've noticed a lot of people use those for shooting. Do you have a question?
I have a question. Okay. When are you going to add property videos where you'll actually film us at properties?
Yeah, that's property tour.
So right now with these package videos, those pictures or videos that you guys have, I would only use those, but for offsite property videos, we would have to come up with a la carte.
And I'll answer that. That's part of the way he can keep the prices down, because if he's going around and shooting pictures and stuff at properties, he's going to be out and he can shoot a lot less. So that's really the main reason why.
Consistency again.
Sure.
Who does the drone video and is it included? It's not?
So the drone video, agents usually have that from the photographer. I'll collaborate with them, any videos that they have or any photos, and I'll put into a project as well.
Good question. So actually with drone videos now, you actually have to have an FAA clear license. Beta's in the process. We'll let you know when that's done.
His
But
drone's
all of this
grounded.
pricing includes your edits, correct?
Yes. Edits and consulting.
Yes. So let me take that back. So after this great sales meeting and with the repeat of it, we're going to actually provide you with the pricing sheet. But I'll just tell you real quick, there's a basic, pro, and deluxe. Like all good things, there's tiers. And for the basic service, it's about $150 a month. And that includes one month, I got it from him. One monthly market update, 4 educational videos. The music is very important, by the way, because you have to buy royalties to music to be able to put them out there. Your customized brand video, 1 hour film session every month, and a 1 week turnaround for content. That's pretty cool. The Pro is $225 a month, and it has a number of additional videos with it. And then if you really want to be the best video you can, they have the deluxe version, which I signed up for, and that's $275 a month. So anything on those you want to highlight on top of that?
No, I mean, if you guys really enjoy yourself on camera, the deluxe version, you can really bring in another guest with a podcast, interview them, and then chop those pieces up so you have even more content. A 1 hour session, a 1 hour podcast. You could bring on like local small business owners like Ellie does, bring in vendors that you work closely with, and then still inform with them, chop those pieces up, and then send them out the emails.
That's been the shift recently is, so I'm doing what they call evergreen videos, so like your training, educational type videos, a little bit more long form. But then now the craze is, or the trend is short form, right? Your reels, your shorts on YouTube, anybody doing TikTok, that's like my next place I'm gonna go. So you can actually take those videos and then you repurpose them and cut them into smaller segments. So when you see these little shorts on like Reels or TikTok, that's what it is. It's a long form video that somebody's created, but because maybe there's one specific topic they want to highlight, they cut that up and then they send out. Does your edits include that, or can it?
Yeah.
Okay. Which is great.
So something to think about. I read an article the other day that said television is going away as we know it, and what we're really going to spend our time watching is videos. Videos of Keith talking about the market, and videos of Shelly doing her outtakes, and it's just going to be a continual content of videos that are out there, and that's how a consumer will start to make the decisions in their life about what they purchase or what they do. And you know it's a difference when large corporations start to do TikTok videos and when large influencers do the same thing. So this allows you to be cutting edge in our industry. I want to go to Ellie real quick. I'm going to put him on the spot. Ellie, tell us a little bit about your podcast and why you do it.
My hand?
Your hand.
No, I started about a year ago. Brandon's suggestion, and it's a good way to keep myself out there talking real estate. And the more people see me, the more people remember me, and whether the content is good or bad, it's content. And that really is the key, in my thought, is just whatever, like Beta said, the worst video is the one you don't put out. So whatever you put out is good, and I do kind of bring in people from outside our business to bring some interesting ideas and thoughts. But yeah, content.
I love it. So the reason I picked on Ellie is out there networking in different groups, and he mentioned it. He's using the benefit of where he's out networking, bringing on guests to his show, and that's something I might not be able to see because I'm not in those networking groups. One of the things I've noticed about many of the past presidents in our group is that Brandon has been out doing interviews. Has anyone noticed his interviews that are going on? These are short video clips about the marketplace. Who shared them already? There was an agent that wasn't with our company that went on Facebook and said, I want to talk about the marketplace, and she posted a picture of Brandon. And I'm like, this doesn't make any sense. But what you didn't see was it was a link to the RJ ad, and the picture in the RJ was Brandon's photo. And so the whole point of it is Brandon is out there proving this entire point that if you're putting content out in the marketplace, if you're the focal point of that content, people start to see you as the resource, which is what happened with Vandana. And so I've had the example where I did a horrible video. It was the worst one I've ever done, and it went out in the marketplace, and I had a lady call me. And she said, hey, I'd like you to come over and list my house. And I said, great, who are you? And she goes, oh, I saw your video. And I said, uh-oh, which video? Right? Because you don't know, there's some videos out there. And so she said, you did a video about the marketplace and an article in the RJ. And I said, I did? And then I thought, oh my God, that was that horrible video. And let me tell you, when I walked into the house, I put in my, my listing agreement with the fee that I charged. And she said, wow, that's a lot of money. And I said, yeah, but you called me. And she signed the agreement. That's the difference when you become the valued resource that's out there.
So, how many of you want referrals from other states?
Yes.
How many would love an international bar or buying here in Las Vegas?
Yes.
That's the reach that you make in videos, in social media. And I think that's the part that we can talk about the grocery, because that happens now, right? I walk in, my family's like, we can't go anywhere without somebody saying, Shelly! And I'm like, so I always have to wear a hat or something if I'm trying not to get, or if it's that bad day or whatever it is. I'm that celebrity now. But truthfully, now, so I'm licensed in California, Arizona, Florida. I'm actually targeting specific areas now so that I can reach them. And it's actually happening organically because a lot of people are just starting to share and like and all this other stuff. So if you're thinking about a billboard in Las Vegas, that's one thing and one great reason to do video. But if you're thinking about a billboard for the whole country, that's another aspect of it when you're putting out this content and using the videos.
So just a quick poll of the audience, who here speaks another language? Have you ever considered doing a video in that language? Because here's what I've noticed. If you've ever watched like the Spanish channel on TV, it's a voiceover and it doesn't even sound like it looks, right? This is real raw content that you can do that I cannot. And there are people out in the marketplace that are looking for that content. So that's what they call a niche market, right? And so consider that, and Beta has the ability to help you produce that. It's a great way to get things out that people are gonna look at. Brandon, I'm actually gonna ask you the next question. Brandon has shoved me into video. And I literally mean shoved me through the door and said you're going to be on this video. Why are you such a proponent of video? Explain that a little bit, and I hope they'll hear you from the boom mic back there.
Well, for me, I prefer to watch video than read blogs and stuff like that. So I think it's an easier way to communicate to people. And the other thing is that when people watch you on video, they act like they know you. So when you do actually meet them, it's a different conversation than you just walking in cold. So I just think it's a great way to communicate and it's a great way to connect.
Love it. You said it's because you can't read. I heard it. Did you? I'm the same way, by the way.
It's the eyes. I can read. I just can't see to read.
Yeah, I'm the same way. And so, Beta, I'm going to go back just a minute to where you talked about getting started, right? And so you guys both shared with us, you know, how you kind of put your plan together. And Vandana, you're an analytical, so you detailed it out. And it's an amazing video each time you do it. You see that. Beta, if they want to get started, what should they do first? Do they call you? Do they email you? Do they send you a notice through the app and you set up a meeting? How does it work?
Oh, through the app. So you could shoot me a message on the app, say I'm interested in a package, and then shoot me the name of the package through the app.
He wants to know if you take credit cards.
Yeah, we'll bill your account. And then, yeah, we'll consult and then we'll discuss which package is best for you. And then from there, I'll send you a questionnaire form to fill out, just to get a better idea of what goals you want to get accomplished, how long you've been in business for, why you want to do video, so we're all both on the same page moving forward. And then from that point on, I'll send you a link, and then from that link, you can schedule a time to book every month. It'll reoccur every month. And then in between those shoots, you can send me any scripts, ideas, topics that you have in mind. We'll spitball back and forth, collaborate which topics work, tweak up the script a little bit, and once you show up, you're ready to go.
So last question I have for you guys, and I think this is what I learned the most from, I watched Tom do a lot of videos, and you give Tom a lot of flack, but let me tell you, Tom comes off as very polished like an infomercial, right? I bought 2 ShamWows from his Nugget video. There's no question, but Tom, if you notice, changes his personality a little bit to make it more attractable in the video. And I've noticed that you guys, over the evolution of doing these, have changed your personality to be a little bit more outgoing and excited in these videos to draw people in. That's an example of things you've learned. Tell us what not to do and what you've already done wrong in these videos.
I would say show up prepared. That's my biggest, and I would also say I do better in the morning than I do in the afternoon. So if I was booking at 3 or 4 o'clock, video session, I knew in my head, I've actually watched myself go, I can't finish this, like, cut, we're done. It's just because I cannot get it out of my head. But when I do a morning video, it's much better for me. So one would be to, I know that's not a not, but be prepared and then schedule it when you are most fresh, because you need to be able to, one, exude, like you said, the enthusiasm, but also to be able to say some things off the fly when you're not using that teleprompter.
So I do everything perfect.
I laughed, that was nice.
I have, similar to Shelley, I do it right in the morning when my makeup's fresh, so I don't have to worry about it later. The lighting is perfect in the office, right? That's the best part. But what not to do is don't come in unprepared. Don't come in not knowing what you're going to talk about, because you're just going to waste your time, right? You're going to waste his time, you're going to waste your time. You're going to have to redo it, because I've done that maybe once or twice, where I'm like, that video sucked ass. Let's do it again. And so we had to re-record it. Like, it was horrible. Everything about it, my energy, all about everything. So.
Let me just add one thing.
Please.
Get over yourself. Okay? This is your opportunity to get someone to know, like, and trust you through a quick video, and be you, be the you that you want everybody to see and do. Whether, look, I despise doing some of those damn videos, and I despise having to be so uppity. Oh, let me tell you about this. Holy shit! This is. I don't feel that way all the time. You guys have seen me when I'm in a bad mood, right? But when it's time for the TV, the video thing to turn on, you've got to turn on with it. And this is your opportunity. Don't waste it. And have fun with it and get over yourself.
Thanks, Tom. That's a nugget.
I think also, like, when we did that video, like that one time when we kind of came in there and kind of introduced the groups and stuff, I think you said something really cool, which is be prepared, but also come off the cuff, because then you kind of sound too prepared. And sometimes people just kind of want to see that you're real, that you kind of have, like, that's probably why, I think it was Chris's video did so good when it was a bad one, because he was like, oh, he's real. It's kind of like, this is coming out.
It's like watching a train wreck.
Can't look away.
Can't look away from the car. Yeah. Someone else had a point. Thomas?
Say, do you have like all the cards, or is it included already with the setup of the YouTube channel? Like, I'm sure a lot of people don't have YouTube set up, and
Yep. So before we get going, we could go through all your social media pages to see what's working, what's not working, and then we could set up each one if you haven't already set them up.
Can I also just plug Prosperity? So Angelique Paterno, who's our social media marketer, she will actually help you set up your social media platforms if you need help with that. So she'll set up your Instagram, I think TikTok, she's gonna help me on with that. I know she's done Jason's TikTok, Facebook as well, business, even Google My Business. So if you need help just with that, and then if you can tie those in together with the YouTube area, I think that you guys would be super successful at that.
Very cool. So we have about 3 minutes left for any questions you guys have. Are there any questions at home that I missed?
Nope, everyone's just saying they've done video with Beta and they love it.
So can I ask you a question? Why are you guys not doing it today then? What would hold you back from growing your business 10 times?
Camera adds 10 times.
Oh, I know. That's why I wear black today. Yeah.
I would say that if you're going to do it, make sure that you make the commitment to the time to do it and trust in the process and go through it and make it. Don't just halfway do it. So that would be something that might stop you if you don't have the time to commit to actually sit down and do the videos on a weekly or a monthly basis, because it's going to take a little bit of commitment from you.
So I'm going to go a completely different direction and say that if you want to grow as a person, who cares what the video says, do it anyway, because here's what I found out. When I first started in board service, and Keith Lyman will tell you that this is true, I used to shake uncontrollably in front of the audience.
No.
And I would hold the microphone out like this, and I had to hold it like this so that it wouldn't shake. And I used to sweat profusely. I actually had a group of people buy a towel together, monogrammed, that I would wear because I would get so nervous. And what I found out was by doing these videos, by putting myself in front of sales meetings, by being videoed and actually getting out there, it changed my entire dynamic of my business. Because have you ever been in front of a seller and you've been stage frightened? I've sat in front of a seller like, oh my God, I hope they don't say anything at all, right? And that isn't a good listing presentation. But after you do them over and over and over, do you get better? It's the same thing with this. I grew as much as I could as a person by being out there and being in the video. And I don't sweat like I did before. I don't shake like I did before, right? But the whole point was you got to put yourself out there and it will completely change your dynamic. So if you get nothing else but that from it, and then you go back and watch the videos and see how bad it was. Anything else you guys want to add? Let's give our panel a round of applause. So again, I just want to acknowledge and thank Beta for all of his hard work and all the work he does to make these videos and our sales meetings, and the prowess of Signature that's out there is because of his editing and the content that he's been creating. So please take advantage of this great resource that you have here at Signature. We're growing, and so the best people that we've hired have been people referred by you. And so if you know of someone out in the marketplace that you'd like to set up an appointment for any of the offices that we have here at Signature, please let the managers know. We'd love to interview them. Patty's willing to sit down with somebody who's looking to get into the industry. I was just talking with someone the other day that had a teenager that was leaving college or high school, and they didn't know what they wanted to do, and we would love to meet with them about a career in real estate. So if you have anyone thinking of that, or kids that you need to get out of your house, please let us know, because real estate might be the right career. And with that, thank you guys so much. Have a great week, and sell something expensive that helps.